All right, let's dive into a simple but honestly pretty powerful efficiency hack. It's one that's probably hiding in plain sight in your workday right now, the good old email template.
Now, seriously, think about it for a second. How many times this week have you found yourself typing out a reply that was like 99% the same as when you sent yesterday, or even an hour ago? We all do it, right? But if you ever actually stopped to think about what that's costing you?
Yeah, that whole repetitive email thing, it's like the background noise of our work lives. It's not some huge flashing red light of a problem. Nothing feels broken, right? Emails get sent, replies come back. It all works. But that constant low-level friction of retyping and rewriting just hums along in the background, totally unnoticed.
Okay, so let's get into why that background noise is actually a pretty subtle but very real drag on your productivity.
You know what this looks like, right? Answering the exact same questions over and over, explaining the same next steps to different people, and my personal favorite, digging through your sent folder to copy and paste something you wrote last week. We fall into these habits because, hey, it seems to work well enough. But trust me, all those little actions, they really, really add up.
So what's the fix for this slow leak in our productivity? Well, it's actually incredibly simple. We're talking about email templates.
And the real magic here is just how simple this is. The whole point is to stop reinventing the wheel every single time you get a common question. It's all about saving your brain power for the stuff that actually needs you to think, not just type.
Now, this brings us to the biggest hang-up people have. You're probably thinking, won't this sound robotic and impersonal? But that's totally missing the point. Templates are all about speed and consistency. They're not about creating some perfect wording. In fact, if your template sounds stiff, you've tried too hard. The goal here is less effort, not more.
So where do templates really earn their keep? Where can you get the most bang for your buck? The good news is you don't need a million of them. You just need a few, right in the spots where you're already repeating yourself.
Customer support is like the classic example, right? It's a job that's pretty much built on common questions and repeatable processes.
I mean, just imagine how many times a day a support agent has to type out, "Could you please send me a screenshot?" Having a template for just that one thing saves so much time. Plus, it makes sure they get the right info every single time. Same goes for sending out help links or escalating an issue.
But it's definitely not just for support teams. Any job that has an admin or operational side to it is just packed with these kinds of repetitive emails.
Think about it. Sending a quick update on an order, handling a refund request, granting someone access to a system, or even just answering those first few questions from a new customer. These are all perfect candidates for a template. It just makes sure the info is consistent, it's accurate, and it gets sent out with basically zero effort.
And last but not least, let's talk about sales and follow-ups. This is a big one because consistent, timely communication is absolutely critical here. Whether it's that first short outreach email, or that gentle, just checking in nudge when someone goes quiet, or even just asking for feedback after a sale. Templates help you stay on top of all that follow-up without having to spend your entire day just rewriting slightly different versions of the same message.
Okay, I get it. These all feel like pretty small individual actions. So, why does this one little change actually matter in the grand scheme of things?
This quote really nails it. The problem isn't some giant catastrophic failure. It's more like death by 1,000 cuts. It's all these tiny repeated habits that slow things down just a little bit at a time. But it's enough to mess with how smoothly work gets done.
And that's the key, really. This isn't about completely overhauling your entire workflow. It's just about finding one small, obvious point of friction and getting rid of it. It's a super easy win that just makes everything else run a little bit smoother.
Which brings us to the best part, how you can actually do this. Like right now, it's a 5-minute quick win.
Seriously, 5 minutes. That's your total investment here. That's all the time it takes to find one of your common replies and save it.
And what's the return on that investment? Hours. You spend 5 minutes once, and you could save hours of your time over the next month. The ROI on that is just massive.
So here's your homework. It's just 2 simple steps. 1, go into your sent folder right now and find the reply you send the most. 2, save it as a template. That's it. Don't overthink it. Don't try to make it perfect. Just do it today.
And once you've got that first one done, I want you to think about this. A template doesn't just save you time, it saves you brain power. It frees up that mental space for the work that really matters. So, the real question is, what other little bits of background noise in your day are you ready to finally turn off?